So thankfully all the offline rewards have been compiling because it should give us a healthy start after we meta-stasize or whatever that word was, and hopefully get into these parasitic upgrades because apparently we have only explored 9% of them, of all the upgrades. But at least we can get some of these going on here. Fair trade with 11 million coal to throw around, and then we just got to get the industry going in all these other little loreds to the growth and then some, but we still need all this concrete. But now we can get the RPG upgrade, which unlocks the future upgrades. And there's also plenty of upgrades in the cash shop that we can get again. So thankfully the subscribers and whatnot have been building up. We have 24,000 of those. And we still need 75,000 more to get the deluxe. But at least we can upgrade this with all of the ad bonuses that we have because there's 34 million of those. So that should be boosting the bonuses for this one. But let's make sure we don't forget about these haste upgrades here. And then a couple more of those. And with 196 billion gems, we can get the banner ads. Output is doubled while a Lored safety wheel core is full for stage 1 and stage 2 Loreds. I'm not sure if we're in stage 2 yet, but thankfully we only need to buy that once. And then raising this guy here is gonna be good. So now that upgrade takes 1 trillion, which I guess we can get in a week. So now the ad bonus actually arrives pretty quickly and we get 42,000 every time of that. How much do you need over here? Oh, 1.2 million. Whoops. Definitely need more output happening here. So we can start doing the subscription in a little bit. We have 1 trillion cash and we're earning 1.8 billion every second. But is there anything else that needs cash? That's what I'm hesitant about. This one does. 1 billion for that. Okay, then it's 1 trillion. Let's not spend it all in one place. Otherwise, I think that's the only other cash upgrade that's needed. So let's definitely upgrade the gem output here, while careful not to go too far down. Okay, now it's 847 billion to upgrade the gems. And thankfully, the ad bonus only takes an input of 8.1 million, but I kind of want the output to be 1 million. So now it is. So that's slightly outdoing the input of the subscription. Good. Keep that rolling. And now we can get the oil. Oh yeah, I forgot how fast that was, but also how little output that was. But now we can get the malignancy going again, and all of them have safety. But we also need the jewels going because that's a big demand. And I think that's everything going again. So to get the parasitic upgrades, we need 1,000 of this weird brain matter, if that's what that is. But hey, now we can get the gems to level 26. And let's use some of these billions to reduce the input yet again. So now the stage 1 lords only need half of the things that they had before. That's very good. But we could definitely use more output on all the things over here for sure. So we have good safety as far as oil's concerned on tar balls, but we still need good safety on growth and the jewels. And the jewels are like the base of everything. So let's just keep going on this, upgrading it as much as possible. And we need a lot more iron and whatnot to upgrade the concrete again. But I think keeping everything the same level should make everything sustainable. And now we can upgrade the growth reliably without going negative, and the tar balls as well. And since we have so many resources, we might as well max out some of these things, just so they're as good as they were before. Especially the oil, less input for tenant, and better things for the jewel production. Oh, just one shy of maxing it. And we'll bounce back and forth between both of these until we can't anymore, and then upgrade the output input for iron and copper. And more haste for the concrete mixer because my goodness, we need a lot of that. Now, this is where math gets weird because we've already reduced the input for the stage 1 Loreds, but this upgrade increases the input. But I think we are outdoing the input needed, so it's still lower than default. So that should be good, and then pretty soon we should be able to get... Actually, we can get both of them now. These numbers are getting a little big, but this one's still pretty cheap. Until it isn't. We're already to quadrillions on here? Goodness. And amazingly, this doesn't hurt the gem production at all. So we can upgrade this a lot of times. And then we can upgrade the haste for Gemma and the haste for Atticus. And we're building up safety on the subscription production. Good. Max out the cheeks. Better output input for Santos here. So for whatever this is, we need to upgrade It's Growing on Me, which I'm guessing, okay, that's not that, because that just unlocks the malignant upgrades. But I haven't really seen an upgrade with that name yet, unless it's like down here, in which case we need a lot more malignancy. So let's upgrade you as much as we can, and then give one more level to all of these. And everything still has safety. That's awesome. And let's not forget about the stone needing upgrades, and upgrading the coal whenever we can. And the coal production is just skyrocketing because of the one upgrade where the output increases for everything using coal. So it's got a multiplier of 3.5. And there's the auto buyers, but of course we need to prestige for them, so is that worth doing right now? I'm gonna say yes. Okay, auto buyer locked. Unlocking the Lord's widget panel. Auto buyer on. So we get things to level 10, and then we can auto buy them. I am slightly starting to regret restarting already. All that coal that we had stored up, gone in an instant. And it looks like the further up the production chain we go, the more levels are required before auto buy is a thing. I have definitely made smarter choices. Well, while we're working on building all this up, we can still get some more of the cash shop upgrades, which thankfully doesn't reset, so we can get the auto buyer for the gem production. And I guess for the ad bonus production too. But there's still upgrades down here that cost gems, so we don't want those liquidating at every opportunity. And I do notice that these upgrade tiers have the auto buy symbol as well. Like this one does too in the main upgrade tree. So I wonder what that's about. Well, in any case, let's buy this one. And then we can lock the auto buy for you. I think that should be fine. You need level 15 as well, and you're not nearly there yet. But thankfully your upgrades don't really hurt the ad bonus production too badly. You just need more of them. And now our gems are good enough to produce 100 billion every time. So that should make our ad bonus guy pretty happy. But it says there's an upgrade we can buy regardless. Oh yeah, it's the faster eyes here. And now we can get the growth going again, and the jewels. But now we can get our coal production to level 10, and that lets us get the auto buy for it. Oh, and I didn't realize the auto buy had conditions. These conditions block the auto buyer. I don't think we need to change anything there for that. And whenever we can haste Carl, that's what we'll do. Okay, but now the coal auto buyer isn't going. My portion of safety wheels are satisfied. So if we turn this off, then you're buying. Yeah, you don't even have a safety wheel. Why is that an issue for you? Ooh, we almost have enough subscription to unlock deluxe. Another few levels should help with that. We can almost auto buy this. Okay, once again, the malignancy is rolling, although it's very weak. And you need to be level 25 to auto buy you? Goodness. And we can't even do that without these other two. What I want to know is where's the upgrade that locks these fire starter upgrades in place so I don't have to keep buying them every time I prestige. This next delivery of subscription should be enough for the deluxe edition. And his animation is incredibly slow because I guess his production is slow, but he's literally throwing money in the air and torching it. That's great. Now we can buy deluxe, which of course you need a lot of subscription to do. And the subscription production is currently negative, but actually you need 100,000 for the input. Is there a haste upgrade for this? Yes, but that also costs 100,000. Well, at least we can buy haste again for all the stage 1 Loreds. And at least we can get some good input reduction for tenant. And I really hope we don't need these upgrades to get further down in this tree here, because my goodness, this is gonna take a while to get to. Oh good, we have a deluxe. So now these subscriptions can get output bonuses on that. And then the next one is tax write-offs. But that's gonna be a huge help. And we are almost at auto buy status for this. Just need one more level. But there's enough gems to reduce the input even more. I do like that. Making sure the safety stays strong. Maxing out you and you. More for the electric production and then these other things. And upgrading the malignancy whenever possible. So it is quite a bit faster, I must say. And the crits are good for getting 20 in a cycle. One more lower input for tenant. And to make the last one go a lot faster, upgrading you as much as possible. And then upgrading you as much as possible to make that other upgrade go a lot better. You only need level 10 to auto buy. Why can't the rest of you be like that? And now the subscriptions can be put on auto buy, which is blocked if the safety wheel is not full. That actually makes sense, but thankfully it is full. The loss on the subscriptions isn't nearly as substantial as before, which is good. And now the jewels upgrade here is maxed. Finally, we can get another level up to malignancy. And more haste for Giorgio on the muscle memory. And more of the increase of the ad bonuses formula. So it's up another 1.5, so the power is 3.25. Oh, and we have another malignant upgrade that we can get. More output and input for stage 1. I kind of want something better. Okay, you know what? It's experiment time. If we bump the time forward, say 12 hours, then sure enough, that does affect everything here. Oh, good. You think I have the patience to wait like eons? which hilariously, the auto buyer isn't that high. I guess because the stone production isn't that good. But now there's a whole lot of upgrades that opened up, especially the malignancy ones, like the juice pot. And we gotta restart to do that. So let's hopefully get some other malignancy things here. I would like another one of these just to max that out, but also staying quenched. Haste 2 for the electricity production, or more for the oil. The oil is kind of important, and its output is kind of terrible. So we'll get this. And then we do a little bit of a restart. And there are plenty of cash shop upgrades we can get too, like deluxe level up. That might be a good thing. Here, another haste. We'll get a haste for Maxwell at least. Oh, and we have enough gems to get the in-game currency. Maximum juiced crit chance. Rest assured that all the in-game purchases were calculated to leave just a little bit of the special currency left over. Remember, this is for you. Sure, whatever that means. So we should be able to juice up our Loreds, I think, so that they can do a little bit better. But let's get some of these other things in here first, working backwards, and then upgrade the deluxe a few times, actually. I didn't realize we had that many subscriptions. We can almost auto-buy the deluxe already, because it's only level 12, and this is level 10 for the tax write-off, but that still needs 1 million of the deluxe editions. At least it's only 2 days away. Okay, now we can get the output and input for stage 1 here once, and then the concrete ones, because that takes a while. So the juice pod, where's that at? Oh, it's its own thing. Oh gosh, it's coming from Percy. Gross. I was wondering about the juice, and now I don't want to know. If there is sufficient juice available, Lords will drink, becoming juiced. Okay, so we need to get up to Percy. Ooh, and even less input. Can we get this down to, how low does it go? It's already down to a quarter of what's normally needed. So in here, we can watch the juice, and I don't think we need to watch some of these other things. Okay, so that has a parentheses on it. I'm guessing that's the maximum that we can hold. And thankfully, once we get the auto buy, it carries over beyond prestiges. So it is worth it to get everything up to the auto buy level and then unlock it. All right, now we get Percy, and we're still gonna need 250 of these things to get the juice, but that shouldn't take too long. We just gotta make sure we get the crit bonus, open up more of the upgrade tree, and just like that, there's enough growth to unlock the juice pot. So gross. I wonder if that it's growing on me thing is in this tree. That would make sense. But here, more deluxe edition upgrades, and then more haste. And thankfully, the demand for things in this tree isn't too crazy yet. And it looks like the maximum went up too, wow. Oh, and it looks like the Iron Guy drank a juice. And he just drank it again, why is he getting all of it? So they have their own juicing up animations? He just plugged in his phone. And now I wanna see what the other ones are. That's also plugging in the phone. What do you do? Oh, that was actually pouring juice that time. But now we're able to boost our production. I'm guessing squeezing is making the juice. And this guy's already juiced up, he's just waiting on stuff. I bet there's upgrades somewhere that make the juice bonus last longer. Maximum juice fill amount, I do like that idea. But what kind of stats get boosted? Crit chance definitely gets boosted, the output gets a boost. So now that juice things are rolling, why don't we advance time again? Like 2-3 days? So if we check somebody now, they have drank juice 14 times, that's it. I guess the juice production isn't too fast, but now we can actually buy some upgrades in the juicing tree. More juice output for sure, more maximum juice, big gulp. Fill amount does not affect how much juice is spent, only how much is added into a Lored's tummy. Interesting. Piracy. We are getting down this tree. I feel like the growing on me might be in here. Minimum juiced input. Hold on, what does the juiced input actually need? Oh, wait, they need less juice to do it. That's what that means. And then there's Corson, Jam, and Jonesin. I have no idea what these things mean. More maximum juice fill amount should be a nice complement to that. Juiced output and input, more haste. Yeah, these are all good things. And we have like 3 days worth of supplies now, so we can get a lot of this. Oh, and we actually have enough deluxe editions to buy the tax write-off. And they're doing it already. They're throwing something back and forth. They're just playing catch? And they're looking at something. Oh, what? It's a big old money fish. Okay. Oh, and then they murder each other for the money. Interesting, but now we can get the output multiplier for the tax write-offs. The rich get richer. This is the upgrade we need for this guy down here. takes 5 decades to get all those gems. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's 10 septillion. And we just spent a quintillion money to get more haste, and that's still only half of the levels there. Well, at least we can reduce the input even more, and we can boost the maximum juice crit chance. Kinda wish I saw this before this one, but less input is always good. And then sure, more haste, and more crit multiplier, and then more of the add bonus formula. And now we're getting to really crazy amounts on these upgrades. 91 days, 115 days. Well, at least we can do the tenant upgrades again, maxing you out for input, more input for you. We can buy one of these for more haste for the jewels, or the tar ball production gets a boost. And there's a juice related upgrade here. Oh, what does this even mean? 33 billion quetta seconds? What does that even mean? Is that like slightly smaller than eons? I don't even know what the number was here, or the unit, but there is this purpose upgrade for the juice. Slower but stronger. Output will be multiplied by 2 times, oh gosh. Yeah, I see why they have the TLDR there. Glad I don't have to do that math. But we can actually get the malignancy upgraded to 6. So that's 4 more levels there. Can we get any of these other ones to the auto buy status? We can buy a lot of upgrades for these things. And I think getting the juicing upgrades as much as possible is gonna be the way to go. Ooh, and that also unlocked juiced output. Or not juiced output, just the juice output. If that's our maximum, we're not even nearing it. I get that he doesn't make any more when someone can actually drink it, but my goodness. Like, why can't everybody be juiced at once? Also, I think that's the juicing output. This is the growth output. So at least he's almost making enough for somebody to drink right away. And now we actually have enough levels on the deluxe edition to auto buy that. Beautiful. All of the cash shop production is at auto buy level, except for the tax write-off, which is gonna take a little bit. But now we can get the in-game currency. I didn't realize that our gem production is at 11 quadrillion a second. So now the maximum juice crit chance is 10%, and it can go higher, good. So we go for another hour, naturally this time. Oh, and the oil guy got juiced. That did not last very long. But let's just go ahead and boost our malignancy as much as possible. This guy should just be about at auto buy level, so that's good news. And then you are not far behind. And then you still need to be level 15, which is gonna take a little bit. So we should get these guys' productions up there. You just need to be level 15, but that's still a bit far away. You just need to be level 10, and we do have a lot of goodies, but you're only at level 7. Well, thankfully there's more juice upgrades that we can get, more maximum juice, and now you can get more haste. So that's the only upgrade that you really need there. Although I thought we got this. Probably didn't apply because we didn't meta stay size. Ooh, and we're getting quite a few tax write-offs too. Although I don't really get what's the point of this one. Like, at least this one makes sense because he's watching ads on like screen maxing mode. Subscription, you burn money, that makes sense. And deluxe edition, you're just eating a bunch of slop. There's a message there and I don't get it. It's a shame that this is going to be so lengthy to upgrade because these other things aren't quite built up yet. But there's level 9. If I can max out this, then that would be ideal, because then that'd be 3 upgrades before we go do the meta stay size thing again. Oh, even less input. This is really getting down there. It's gonna be like 10% of the normal things. Oh good, more output for the goopy boy. 2.4 times output. We're not far from maxing this out. It's a shame that it's a fire starter upgrade. But if we go ahead and advance time another day or 3, then we get 126 million, what was this called again? Malignancy, which is still not enough for either of these, but that can max out you, which I guess they still stayed where they were. I do like that, but man, 3 centuries? I don't know if it's a good idea to advance the clock that far. You never know what would happen. But at least there's double haste for all the Loreds, and then a couple of these upgrades, more tax write-offs. Almost, oh good, auto buy level. But the safety wheel isn't quite there yet. The production is still positive, so I think it'll get there. That's a big boost to the pre-order, and we can get extracurricular here. 10% crit chance for cash shop Loreds, that's huge. Ooh, and more crit multiplier. I do like that idea. It's still 4 years worth of gems to get this, and we only have enough for, I guess we have enough for the raw iron output and the raw copper output. I think that's gonna be a good idea. And then let's work backwards on these. Not that it really matters because they're using their own resource. But now this bonus can get up to 2, so that's a power of 4 on the formula. Log base 10 of ad bonuses raised to the power of 2. That's a lot of things, but we're basically making 815 quadrillion gems. So yeah, I'd say we're doing good. And then more to the multiplier, so that's another 1 to the multiplier. More juice upgrades are available, including some of these ones down here, which I do like. And we can get all of these. Value scales linearly up to 2 based on the amount of juice missing. And then juice in the tummy multiplies output and input and maximum juice output. So that reveals the next tier, which is more normal stuff. Crits do not consume juice from the tummy. Oh, I like that. Let's upgrade this a little bit more because we have enough concrete to do so. More maximum juice, more output here. Can we max that out? We maxed it out, so we're outputting 9 juice there. And then more juice output here. So that's basically 2 on the juice output. And then more juice fill amount here. And then more maximum fill amount. Reduce the input here. Might as well max out the red goopy boy for a little bit before we metastasize again. So now that's 20% of the overall upgrades. And we can get you to level 10. You just need a few more levels to get to auto buy status, and there it is, good. Stone and coal having auto buy is gonna be a huge relief. And look at them, they're juicing constantly. 793 billion coal right here, that is huge. And you're only a couple levels away from juicing up or auto buying as well. And then you, yes, auto buy the coal. Not coal, oil. They're both purple, leave me alone. But man, you need to be level 25 to auto buy. That is insane. But we are seeing multiple stick figures here, or Loreds, being juiced up at once. And I don't think the shop, or the cash shop Loreds can juice up, but there's probably an upgrade down the chain where they can do that. But we can max those out, so we are able to do this. It's only a matter of time, and time is my plaything. I really hope these juice pot upgrades don't reset. I guess we can preview that in the metastasize button. Oh, it does reset the juice pot. Oh, that's gross. And all these things are not buying because the consumer safety wheel is full. I don't like that. We need to boost production. Like, these are the only two I really think that matter. The safety wheel not being full and an input rate being negative. Those can block the auto buy. I gotta say, it is really fun seeing the juiced status affect them so much. Like, look at this stone guy here. He just goes into hyper mode when he's juiced up. And since all the safety wheels are full, we don't really have to worry about anyone running out of material. And it's a major boost for the concrete guy here. He does 250,000 by himself, and then he boosts it to 2 million on a full stomach of juice. And surprisingly, we can get the jewel guy to auto buy. More maximum juice, why not? And then another haste upgrade for Gemma. Now, of course, we gotta adjust your thing so the consumer safety wheel being full doesn't block your auto buy. Now, more juice output to 2.6 times. Now, the iron production is strong enough to auto buy. Oh, and the consumer safety wheel is off by default here. Well, let's make sure it's blocked if an input rate is negative. We don't want that to happen. And now we can actually have more max juice output. And then a little more haste for Maxwell. These are getting really strong, even though we didn't buy them that long ago. And I'm talking about like actual playtime, not the time that we spent, you know, fast forwarding the clock and everything. Time is weird, but now the copper can also be auto bought, so you can roll out or something. Now, I would like to get the rest of these to auto buy level, but I definitely feel like it's gonna be easier to do that once we metastasize again. Well, I guess we're not too far away from these outputs, or these upgrades in the malignant tree. Well, as we're waiting for that, we can upgrade the tarball to auto buy status, which only leaves a few left, but they're still a bit far away. And here's another upgrade for the microtransactions. Output and input increased, so we can get one of these now. Why don't we get copper? That seems to take longer for some reason. Or it's just me. That could just be me. And it definitely seems like this is going down quite a bit the more we level up the malignancy production. Still waiting on an upgrade that lets us keep all the fire starter things between metastasizing. Still absolutely no idea what this is. But at the bottom of this tree is the muck upgrades. I feel like we do have to go through quite a few trees to get to this, maybe. Okay, went ahead and advanced time another 13 hours, and oh, you're kidding. This is why I advanced it so much, because having to fight the auto buys for upgrades is not something I was expecting. But thankfully, it doesn't look like anything else is close to upgrading except for this. But that shouldn't be a problem. And this is also temptingly close. Also, just 13 hours unlocks so many upgrade options. Some more juiced haste. Hold on, what does this take? Why don't we unlock the auto buy for this before we do anything there? So now, all these bottom 9 Loreds are on auto buy status. And now Blur can be unlocked, which doesn't unlock anything further down the tree. But I guess some of these can be maxed out, which is a good feeling. And these guys are retaining their juice for a lot longer. At least the top ones are, the bottom ones aren't, but we're actually having some juice in reserve now. So they can stay just constantly juiced. So there's another upgrade here that we can get in less than a second. Oh, and we can get the growth to auto buy status. Oh, I would love that. This one is far enough away, we're not really worried about it. Oh, and there's quite a few cash shop upgrades available too. More haste for you, more stage 1 Loreds upgrades, even less input, more juice crit chance. We can buy this once and then get another one here. So that's up by 4.25, the power in the equation. And there's more malignant upgrades before we lock in. Yes. Can we max out all these? We can max out all those. And we're actually not far away from maxing out these. Oh, I like where this is going. Check it out, the growth is at auto buy level, which surprisingly it doesn't take too long to get to the next level either, and you're still weak enough, not worrying about you. But now we can get a couple more malignancy bonuses. Output and input of concrete is increased, and so is it for stage 1 lords all around. Okay, I think we're good enough. Let's go ahead and meta stasize all those juice pot upgrades. That's gonna hurt. But reset. And we just need growth to unlock this again. And the auto buys are already going. Check it out. Although it does take a while. I feel like I would much rather have the input rate not be negative be the only condition there. Because otherwise that safety wheel is gonna take a while. So that should keep everything going good. Oh, and now we can get more haste. And sadly, these are not on auto buy, but at least they fill up pretty quickly. Our production rate is huge. Hey, and now we have the growth going already with a nice production rate. And this fire starter tree actually doesn't take very long to max out anymore. So I guess that resetting every time isn't as bad of a problem as I thought it was gonna be. It's only a problem when everything is fighting the auto buys of each other for the resources. This almost gets there and then it resets. Get it before it goes away, there we go. And we still don't have these haste boosts for the cash shop things maxed out yet, but they're getting close. And there's the juice pot. Not nearly as efficient as it used to be, but it should be okay. The only thing we have to upgrade manually now is the malignancy. Safety wheel is not full. Get that out of here. Buy the oil whenever you can. Man, everything here upgrades so fast now. It's so nice. But now the auto buys are kind of preventing the juice pot from getting upgraded. Oh, that's awkward. But we just gotta seize them whenever we can. So now everything should be going a lot faster and smoother, and we get bigger numbers now that we have access to juicing our little stick figures here. So I think that'll do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of this game, then be sure to let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern.